The 86th Academy Awards ceremony, presented by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, took place March 2, 2014, at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood, Los Angeles beginning at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time / 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The ceremony was scheduled 1 week later than usual to avoid conflicting with the 2014 Winter Olympics. During the ceremony, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences presented Academy Awards in 24 categories honoring films released in 2013. The ceremony, televised in the United States by ABC, was produced by Neil Meron and Craig Zadan and directed by Hamish Hamilton. Talk show host Ellen DeGeneres hosted the show for the second time, having previously hosted the 79th ceremony held in 2007. In related events, the Academy held its 5th annual Governors Awards ceremony at the Grand Ballroom of the Hollywood and Highland Center on November 16, 2013. On February 15, 2014, in a ceremony at the Beverly Hills Hotel in Beverly Hills, California, the Academy Awards for Technical Achievement were presented by hosts Kristen and Michael B. Jordan. Gravity won the most awards with 7 including Best Director for Alfonso Cuarón. 12 Years a Slave won 3 awards including Best Picture. Other winners included Dallas Buyers Club also with 3 awards, Frozen in The Great Gatsby with 2, and Blue Jasmine, The Great Beauty, Helium, Her, The Lady in Number 6, Mr. Hublot, and 20 Feet from Stardom with 1. The telecast garnered nearly 44 million viewers in the United States, making it the most-watched Oscar ceremony since the 72nd Academy Awards in 2000. Winners and nominees. The nominees for the 86th Academy Awards were announced on January 16, 2014, at the Samuel Goldwyn Theatre in Beverly Hills, California, by Cheryl Boone Isaacs, President of the Academy, and actor Chris Hemsworth. American Hustle and Gravity tied for the most nominations with 10 each. The winners were announced during the awards ceremony on March 2, 2014. American Hustle became David O. Russell's second consecutive film to earn nominations in all acting categories and the 15th film overall in Oscar history to achieve this distinction. It also was the third film after Gangs of New York and True Grit to lose all 10 of its nominations. Steve McQueen became the first black director to direct a Best Picture winner and the third such person to receive a nomination for directing. With Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto's respective wins in the Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor categories, Dallas Buyers Club was the 5th film to win both male acting awards. Kate Blanchett became the 6th actress to have won both female acting awards in her career. Lupita Nyong'o was the 16th Oscar acting winner to win for a debut film performance and the 9th Best Supporting Actress recipient to achieve this feat. Best Original Song co-winner Robert Lopez became the youngest individual to win an Academy, Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award and the 12th person overall to earn these accolades. Awards. Winners are listed first and written in bold letters. Honorary Academy Awards. The Academy held its 5th annual Governors Awards ceremony on November 16, 2013, during which the following awards were presented. Academy Honorary Awards. Angela Lansbury, Steve Martin, Pugh Rotussi, Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, Angelina Jolie, multiple nominations, presenters and performers. The following individuals and groups, listed in order of appearance, presented awards or performed musical numbers. Presenters, performers, ceremony information. Despite the mixed reception received from the preceding year's ceremony, the Academy rehired Neil Meron and Craig Zadan as producers for the second consecutive year. However, actor Seth MacFarlane announced that he would not host the Oscars for a second time. In a statement released through Twitter, he wrote, "Traumatized critics exhale, I'm unable to do the Oscars again. Tried to make it work schedule-wise, but I need sleep." Furthermore, actress and comedian Tina Fey, who co-hosted the 70th Golden Globe Awards more than a month earlier with fellow Saturday Night Live alumnus Amy Poehler, told Huffington Post columnist Mike Ryan that she would reject any offer to host an Oscar telecast, commenting, "I just feel like that gig is so hard. Especially for, like, a woman euro the amount of months that would be spent trying on dresses alone euro no way euro shortly after the election of AMPAS President Cheryl Boone Isaacs in August 2013, Meron and Zadan announced that comedian and talk show host Ellen DeGeneres would host the 2014 ceremony. They explained their decision to bring back DeGeneres as host saying, "As a longtime friend, we had always hoped to find a project for us to do together and nothing could be more exciting than teaming up to do the Oscars. There are few stars today who have Ellen's gift for comedy, with her great warmth and humanity. She is beloved everywhere and we expect that the audience at the Dolby Theatre and in homes around the globe will be as excited by this news as we are." DeGeneres expressed that she was thrilled to be selected to MC the gala commenting, "I am so excited to be hosting the Oscars for the second time. You know what they say euro the third to me euro unregistered trademark s the charm." As with last year's theme of music and the movies, Meron and Zadan centered the show around a theme. This year, they christened the show with a theme of saluting movie heroes commenting, "By celebrating the gamut of heroes who have enriched our movie-going experience, we hope to create an evening of fun and joy." And that includes the filmmakers and actors who take risks and stimulate us with provocative subjects and daring characters. They are all heroes in the cinematic landscape. To coincide with the theme, AMPAS presented an exhibition in the lobby of its Beverly Hills headquarters titled The Oscars Celebrate Movie Heroes. The exhibit featured posters, photographs, and artifacts from 70 different films featuring literary, comic book, and real-life heroes. Furthermore, actor Andrew Garfield, who portrayed the titular character in The Amazing Spider-Man, was scheduled to appear on stage with 5-year-old cancer survivor Miles Scott, with Garfield christening Scott as an official superhero. The segment was scrapped, however, due to time constraints. Several other people were involved with the telecast and its promotion. Tony Award-winning art director Derek McLean designed a new set and stage design for the show. Filmmaker Paul Feig produced and directed a 1-minute trailer promoting the event featuring DeGeneres and 250 dancers dancing and lip-syncing to the song The Walker by rock band Fitz and the Tantrums. During the ceremony, actor Channing Tatum introduced a group called Team Oscar. The team consisted of 6 young film students from colleges across the country selected by AMPAS, whose role was to deliver Oscar statuettes to the presenters during the gala. Television personality and former Miss USA title holder Rachel Smith hosted Inside the Oscars, a behind-the-scenes video blog on the Oscar ceremony website. Box office performance of nominated films. At the time of the nominations announcement on January 16, 2014, the combined gross of the 9 Best Picture nominees at the American and Canadian box offices was $645 a million, with an average of $72 a million per film. When the nominations were revealed, Gravity was the highest-grossing film among the Best Picture nominees with $256 a million in domestic box office receipts. Captain Phillips was the second highest-grossing film with $105.5 a million. This was followed by American Hustle, The Wolf of Wall Street, 12 Years a Slave, Philomena, Dallas Buyers Club, Her, and finally Nebraska. Of the top 50 grossing movies of the year, 47 nominations went to 14 films on the list. Only Frozen, Despicable Me 2, Gravity, The Croods, Captain Phillips, American Hustle, and The Wolf of Wall Street were nominated for Best Picture, Best Animated Feature, or any of the directing, acting, or screenwriting awards. The other top 50 box office hits that earned nominations were Iron Man 3, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, Star Trek Into Darkness, The Great Gatsby, Jackass Presents, Bad Grandpa, The Lone Ranger, and Saving Mr. Banks. DeGeneres Oscar Selfie. Prior to the introduction of the Academy Awards for Technical Achievement montage, DeGeneres and several ceremony attendees such as Bradley Cooper, Jared Leto, Jennifer Lawrence, Julia Roberts, Kevin Spacey, Lupita Nyong'o, and Meryl Streep participated in a group selfie. The resulting photo was eventually retweeted on Twitter over 3 million times after 2 weeks and temporarily disabled the site. It also surpassed the previous record of Barack and Michelle Obama's post-election hug photo, which was retweeted 778,801 times. Adele Dazeem incident: while introducing the performance of Let It Go from Frozen, actor John Travolta accidentally mispronounced singer Idina Menzel's name as Adele Dazeem. As a result, Travolta became the subject of mockery and ridicule on social media. According to a source for E! Menzel revealed that she was not upset about the mishap. Afterwards, Menzel reportedly printed up satirical playbills that promoted her name as Adele Dazeem, noting her past work in Nerd, Wickedly and Verfeignigen. 3 days after the ceremony, Travolta publicly apologized to Menzel for mispronouncing her name. Critical reviews: the show received a mixed reception from media publications. Some media outlets were more critical of the show. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette television critic Rob Owen wrote, Ms. DeGeneres brought predictable respectability to Sunday's 86th Academy Awards. Too bad this particular brand of predictable respectability was a bore. He also criticized the clip packages saluting movie heroes as big a waste of time as Oscar montages almost always are. Columnist Alan Sepinwall of HitFix commented, "It was a long, disjointed ceremony, and what was fun and likely to endure came entirely from the winners and their speeches." He went on to say that many of DeGeneres' stunts fell flat and that the Wizard of Oz 75th anniversary tribute felt much too random. Tim Goodman of The Hollywood Reporter said, "It was a turgid affair, badly directed, poorly produced and featuring an endless string of either tired or wince-inducing moments by DeGeneres, who, by the last 30 or so minutes, seemed to have given up entirely." In addition, he noted that the show was overstuffed with montages and stunts that dragged down the pacing of the telecast. Other media outlets received the broadcast more positively. Television critic Matt Roush of TV Guide commented that DeGeneres made the Oscars' inevitable dull patches felt less painful than usual. He also praised the cast and several musical numbers from the show. Fraser Moore of the Associated Press lauded DeGeneres' performance, writing that, "She seemed to be committed to an unspoken theme for the evening, humanize Hollywood's glitterati for the viewers." In return, the stars were on their best behavior. He concluded, "All in all, a sleek show was the Oscars asked. Few bombshells, fewer embarrassments, from fade in to fade out." Entertainment editor Marlo Stern of the Daily Beast raved, DeGeneres followed in the footsteps of the most successful awards show hosts Billy Crystal, the duo of Faye and Pouya, etc. who have taken advantage of the audience, engaging in gleeful interactions with a plethora of A-listers there. Ratings and reception: the American telecast on ABC drew in an average of 43.74 million people over its length, which was a 6% increase from the previous year's ceremony. An estimated 72 million total viewers watched all or part of the awards. The show also earned higher Nielsen ratings compared to the previous telecast, with 24.7% of households watching over a 38 share. In addition, the program scored a higher 18 to 49 demo rating with a 13.3 rating over a 33 share among viewers in the demographic. It was the highest viewership for an Academy Award telecast since the 72nd ceremony held in 2000. Furthermore, the ceremony presentation received 8 nominations in July 2014 for the 66th Primetime Emmys. In Memoriam, the annual In Memoriam tribute was presented by actress Glenn Close. The montage featured an excerpt of the main title from Somewhere in Time by composer John Barry. At the conclusion of the tribute, singer Bette Midler performed her song Wind Beneath My Wings from the film Beaches. Shortly after Midler finished singing, camera assistant Sarah Jones, who died more than a week prior to the ceremony, was briefly mentioned before the commercial break. See also: 20th Screen Actors Guild Awards, 34th Golden Raspberry Awards, 56th Grammy Awards, 66th Primetime Emmy Awards, 67th British Academy Film Awards, 68th Tony Awards, 71st Golden Globe Awards. List of submissions to the 86th Academy Awards for Best Foreign Language Film. Notes: The Academy revoked the Best Original Song nomination for Alone Yet Not Alone's title song after determining that composer Bruce Broughton violated the Academy's promotional regulations. Broughton, a former Academy governor and member of the music branch's executive committee, had emailed other music branch members to inform them of his submission. B. John McMurphy is a pseudonym for Jean Marc Valla, copyrightee. References. External links, official websites, Academy Awards official website, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences official website, Oscars channel at YouTube, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences video highlights, news resources, Oscars 2014 BBC News, Oscars 2014 Empire, Oscars 2014 The Guardian, The Envelope Awards Insider Los Angeles Times, Analysis, 2013 Academy Awards winners and history film site, Academy Awards, USA, 2014 Internet Movie Database, other resources, the 86th Annual Academy Awards at the Internet Movie Database, Pronunciation Guide to the 86th Academy Award nominees.